wanted to record this. Wow. I thought that I always thought that the words coming from the gang stalkers were definitely nothing but poison. This just proves it. That's actually me doing that. Okay, so watch out. Just come and touch nose with hand or no one uses handkerchiefs. Target is standing still. Lay one hand against back or on stomach. Return both hands against back. Okay, so if I'm standing still, I need to keep a lookout for people who have their back or on their stomach. So they pretty much could be like that, or they could have it somewhere like that, or rubbing it or something. Target. Okay, I'm doing this primarily because I wanted to do an overview of the footage that I've got, right? So my curiosity is this. I'm still going to get more footage, but what I wanted to do was, and of course I don't claim no copyright to this site at all. What I wanted to do is go over my footage and actually look at what happened. Was there something I may have missed, something I didn't see, something that I wasn't aware of that was actually pointed out to a lot more sinister behavior going on than I realized. So what I decided to do is take a, like, as far as my footage, I'll go out, get the footage, and I'll do an analysis. And the analysis is going to be basically based off everything that I've seen and everything, pointing up to everything that I've learned. And I can use that in collaboration to actually find out who precisely is what, because usually they have a lot of gang stalkers out there. When you leave home, when you go to work, when you leave from work, when you go to grocery shopping, and all kinds of stuff, basically. Stalker wishes to speak with team leader, take out bag or suitcase and examine content. So they would be most likely revealing an object of something in the bag. This is a lot more wow. Wishes to end observation. Retie shoelaces. So when they do something like that, that means they just wish to get out of there. Put left. Wait. Observing. Gang stalker wishes to end observation. Put left hand behind hip. Okay, that one I know I've seen before. Put left hand behind head and put right hand palm side, showing on lower back and point to target. Yeah, that shit doesn't work. The other thing I want to basically point out about all of this, right? You need to understand when it comes to this. Look at things that look at things that are practically can be that can be done about, and the things that analyze the things that cannot be done. Like as far as we already get it. You already get it. The shit that they wear, the stuff that they do, it's similar. We get it. We all know this. It's similar to what they're doing. They're basically letting you know that you are, making you more aware. But you need to be, you need to understand. Use the thing. You want to look for the things that you can point out and use against them. They're gonna most likely mix stuff that you can use against them with stuff that you can't. Okay, let's say someone's walking down the street wearing a red shirt, right? You can't do anything. You can't do anything about that. You want to know why? And this is what they're gonna exactly tell you. They're gonna tell you this basically. Oh, well, are you saying he can't wear a red shirt? Are you saying he can't wear a red hat? Are you saying he can't wear red pants? Are you saying he can't wear red shorts? Are you saying she can't wear this, that, or the other thing? They're gonna use shit like that against you. So be mindful of that. And again, what you need to understand is anything as far as like assault of any kind, you can use that against them. Anything as far as public indecency, you can use that against them. Anything as far as theft, if you can catch it, you can use against them. But also, when it comes to leaving, going and leaving, some of the things I like to do, I like to do an analysis video of everything in my apartment or place of living. And what I do is I already stated in the video and a time and date. I state that these items in this particular area that you see on cam will not be moved. They will not be moved. They will not go anywhere. If they come up missing prior to the time that I return, they were not moved by my person. They were moved by someone else who most likely infiltrated my place of living. And what I do is you can actually prove this too, because with the GPS tracking as far as your phone goes, you could actually track your own phone's location and show that you left and came back. So if the item, is gone, then you got your evidence that someone obviously was in your shit. I mean, it didn't move itself, it didn't move itself. And that's one of the other tricks I want you guys to know about. Like you can actually track and trace your own phone just as well as they're doing that to you. And the important thing to know about this is that it's keeping a decent readout on your location for your own records. This way, if they try to say, well, like we got reports with you being here and doing this, and trust me, they will pull everything out of the woodworks to use against you. They really will, no joke. Um, but this is just basically a video I wanted to do on. I don't believe these are all the hand signs that they use. They may use other government faction hand signs, but I honestly believe a lot of this stuff is related to Nazis, considering that the technology technically came from Nazi scientists. I'm gonna leave a link to this webpage as far as it's concerned, but this is just to give people more of an idea. If you got evidence videos, go ahead and look these tactics up for yourself, and do a complete sweep of all the movement that these people within the video have done. Do a complete sweep. But again, you gotta understand their whole tactics that they're using are used to sensitize you. When you get overexcited, when you get to the point to where like, oh, he's doing it, he's doing this, he's doing that, don't get like that. Don't. They want you to be in that kind of state. They want you to act like that. Don't do that. Instead, just be calm. If you feel yourself getting excited, take a deep breath, calm yourself down, and just film. Just film. Be mindful of where you're filming. Be mindful that of the laws of filming. And also, the thing about this is that you can actually film. If let's say like you're near private property, but you're not on the private property, you can actually film around there, which they don't want you to know. So let's say you were to catch somebody filming you who is on private property, but you're not on private property, right? And they're filming you. You could use that against them because that's evidence that they're filming you while they're on private property. You may be on public property, but that's where the law comes into your favor. You can record whatever the hell you want when you're on public. You can record whatever the heck you want. The only thing is that it comes up to whether you if your intent for said footage. That's where the whole key point comes into. But if you're a victim of stalking, then you have every right to most likely publish that for your own safety. You have the right, but you got to understand. As far as like the stores are concerned, this is what I found out. Like this, I know like Walmart's like Perk City, but this is just to give you an example. Now, Walmart within itself is private property, right? However, is well, even the parking lot is private property. However, this is open to the public. That switches it over to from non-private to public. So even though they have it listed as private, it can't really stop you from really filming in there. They really can't. But it's not to say that they won't try. It gets to a point to where they'll have somebody like request saying, "Can you like please not stop?" They may even have a person intentionally walk in front of your camera and try to say some crap like this, try to say, "Can you please not film me?" And then like if you were to like go, and I'm telling you like you could even go to the side and they will still try to keep themselves focused. But you see, the fact that they're keeping themselves focused in your camera like that, that gives them away. That means that they're trying to put themselves in the film. It's not really you filming them. But you gotta be mindful. You just gotta be mindful of because there are loopholes when it comes to this, and you gotta actually very well be mindful of. In the state that I live in, is a self consent that you can have even when you're on private property, but you have to be in the conversation. Um, I honestly would mention some of the crap that they tried, but that would be tipping them off. So I'm gonna let them keep guessing. And that's the whole point because I know the game stalkers, like all of us T guys, all of our channels. You need to be mindful of what you're saying because anything that you're being sensitized to, if it works, and when you literally say that information out loud, they that's tipping them off. That is tipping them off, and they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing it. So you just got to be mindful of that. Like, don't tip them off with what sensitizes you. Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Because you want to know something. The more they keep guessing, the more desperate they're gonna get to find out what exactly works. And the more and more it doesn't work, the more and more desperate they get. And the more and more desperate they get, the more and more reckless they get. And when they get reckless, it throws the whole system out of whack to the point to where someone's gonna most likely go over the boundary to where they weren't supposed to out of desperation. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna really end up fucking screwing up on that one. And I've had that happen to me before. They had to pull the guy to this. I noticed. I literally personally witnessed this. The dude went a step too far, and what happened was they had to pull him over to the side. They had to pull him over to the side because he literally almost did something that would have gave me a freaking loss, an opportunity for a lawsuit. They literally had to pull the guy to the side and off, literally out of there, just because he was getting that desperate. Not to mention also like learn some of their tactics, not the degrading ones, but the ones that you can use to actually really like psych them out. Like some of their signals that they will do, I'll actually throw one of those signals out as an attempt to confuse them. They're gonna know anyway, but it doesn't matter. But it's not even that. It's because they're too. The thing about this is that even if I'm like putting them in the awareness of that, it's not gonna matter because they're still gonna most likely be too used to seeing that, and it's gonna pretty much cause them to get pissed off because they're still gonna notice it. It's gonna be a good way to literally just have them to blow their cover away. Um, but as far as things go, like think about it. Like as far as the clothes that they wear, as far as them doing stupid stuff, if it's something I still film it, but just don't let it get you bent out of shape. Don't allow it to get you excited. Don't allow it to put yourself in that kind of situation. Don't. This is coming from another TI to you. I've literally caught actual evidence of these bastards stalking people for. I still have to get the footage, and I swear, as soon as I get it, I am definitely gonna upload it, without a doubt. But I need to get the equipment for that first. But The other thing about this is don't let it get you excited. I did. I was being reckless. I got assaulted because of the evidence that I caught. No joke. I got assaulted, and literally even tipped me off that the cops were even involved. Based off the reactions that they did, yes, the cops are perps as well. If you're not aware, but that doesn't mean that they don't fall under the category of the law as well. They break it, but when you have them to the point to where you got too much piled up against them, if you're being submitted by RNM and you actually get evidence of this BS, I'm telling you, for your own safety, go to the video that I made as far as the clinics are concerned who actually treats this stuff. Because I'm telling you, if you get actual evidence of proving everything as serious as this can be, they may try to kill you. If you're on RNM, I'm telling you, for your own safety, they will most likely try to terminate you if you have actual indisputable evidence of what they're doing, not just as far as what they're doing, but proof that yes, they are harassing you, yes, they are stalking you, and all of this. I've heard stories of literally someone who it was a female lawyer, and she was going to court for this TI, and unfortunately, she had a mysterious heart attack. She died from a mysterious heart attack, just coincidentally when that whole hearing is about to go to trial. So again, this RNM stuff that they got you on, remote neural monitor, it can be cured, but they don't want you to know that. If you don't know the number, the website, I have that in my previous videos. You should be able to find it. The website itself is called MorgellonCure.com. Go to there. They have clinics. They even have one in Texas that can cure this stuff from you. And I guarantee you, you go do that, this stuff will be off of you. You won't even feel that mess anymore. All of this RNM, remote neural monitoring or remote neural manipulation, is all nanotech based as well as fungi based. The stuff is mostly known as a compound called black goo, and I was able to find out about that from Zacchaeus' journal. Thanks to that guy, I've been able to find out a whole lot more. And not even just him, but other people who have been doing their damnedest to fight against this terrorism. Our nation is under attack of most likely an attempt to pretty much take over. Back then, during the I believe World War II, we only stopped at the Nazis. We didn't officially defeat them. How possibly could we if they're pretty much implementing all of this crap behind closed doors? They're threatening the lives of both every TI individual, not just us, but everyone else. Too many people are blind from this. In the end, somehow, some way, we're gonna put a stop to this. I have high confidence that it will be put a stop to this mess, and that this whole thing will literally be, well, actually even now, like, it's already out there in the open. It's just that people are just being, come on. People are all from all over being literally flooded with that stuff that they're putting through the vapor trails, man. Everybody's being exposed to that. So there's some manipulation going on somewhere in some cases, especially with us walking around with these phones with radiation on them. Okay, that's just the hand signals that they do, but let's see what else I can find. Let's see what tactics have been exposed as far as I know. Let's see what we can find. Again, I claim no copyright, and I may have screwed up. I didn't really copy them. You know what? Let me go back. Okay. I just need to copy the link just just so I don't forget. Okay, there we go. Um, that, what you need to understand though is that any of this gets proven, like literally, even for one TI, there's a lot of people are gonna go to jail, and they're not gonna see the light of day again, like at all, like no way. From the stuff that I've seen, as far as the as far as how far that goes, it's it's a very serious thing, a lot more than what most TIs even realize. Even more so, if anything, they may actually get the death penalty if even past events of this get come out too. That could go as far as the death penalty actually, because that's like mass murder. That's seriously like mass murder right there. Because like if you contribute to sensitization, as far as if you working for a company like this, you well aware that what they're doing, and you actually sign a waiver that you actually accept all crime and all that stuff, being implemented, then all of that goes down onto the individual, and all of these gang stalkers got that on their are gonna have that on their record. Okay, here's another content. Yeah, I believe this is a these are not straight things. The site will evolve as we go. Okay, I'm probably gonna leave a link to this website as well. Yeah, there it is. Tactics and definitions. Expose. Again, I claim no copyright for any of this. This is just for educational purposes, for people to be able to get. What I'm doing is I'm using my channel as a means to get all TIs connected, even the ones who are not too well aware of everything, because I've found out that there are plenty of TIs out there that are in the dark, and this is just from my own search alone, and it's because of all the deflection that they're doing, that these gang stalkers are doing when it comes to like social media and stuff. It's so much that's being covered up that they just don't want other people to find out about. So I'm using my channel as a means to you know, help get that connection out. Organized gangs, these are used to give target individuals synthetic mental illness or to appear as mentally ill and to discredit the TI when seeking help from family, friends, authorities, doctors, mental health misdiagnosed with schizophrenia at work, and they tried that schizophrenia crap with me before. And what they did, they used my family to do it. They did, but I didn't. I wasn't having that. I wasn't. Um, what I did was, and I'm telling you, they were too obvious with this. Sorry, I just changed rooms. They were far too obvious with this mess, and what they did was, they had as soon as I was trying to reach out to Vulcan Wolverine, as far as through the phone and stuff, what they did was the night the following night after I got off of work, and I've already mentioned this before. What they did was they forced I believe they forced my family to do this, because my aunt, she seemed like she was on remote neural monitoring because of the symptoms that she was having. I noticed people who have a complete exposure to this, who have absolutely no protection, and who have actually consumed or been consuming high fructose corn syrup, they have this unusual they'll have this unusual behavior with them, as far as is concerned. And I know like it's a lot of irritation with the throat when you're exposed to this. So there was a lot of that going on, but she did it for them to turn it off. But the thing is, like, I wanted to really like reach out to them and let them know what the heck was going on. But at the same time, I don't believe now is a good. I don't believe right now is a good time because, from this point of view, first off, I don't even know if they were even like how far involved they're into this. Not to mention, I don't even know how long they have known about this. And third, I don't even know if they even had my well-being in the picture in the first place because before I even truly like before my targeting became overt, it was a lot of pushing for me to go on life insurance. So looking back at that and looking at now, and that wouldn't be the only person who tried to get me on life insurance, dude. It would not have been the only person, or the only time. And I was like, something, something just wasn't right about it. Something just wasn't right. And seeing this, how I'm on this, I'm like, you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know what to think, but I know precisely what I've seen. I know precisely what has happened, and I know that as soon as I got off of work, um, all of a sudden like when I went no contact, I did that only for their own protection, though. Because I know they target people who you just happen to be in contact with, and they usually do that to the people who don't help them with their BS. Like, oh, you're not gonna help, and it's like, oh, you're not gonna help us terrorize this person. You're not gonna help us do the Nazi BS to this person. So they're gonna freaking torment the crap out of them just because they're not going along with their BS. I'll tell you one thing though, man. Sheesh, stuff is just crazy. Yeah, I've already, as you can see, debating, lure TI into an environment situation, get emotional response. Um, at times I actually do give them an emotional response, but it's not the one that they want. It's definitely not the one that they want, and if anything, it pisses off the gang stalkers. And it's because first off, like the emotional condition they want you in is mostly either a state of depression, a state of weakening, or a state of instability. That's that's both sadness, a loss of identity, and anger and hate. They want you in either one of those three states. Especially if they can switch your identity out, dude, because they will literally do that so much to where they'll break you down, and then you'll start questioning yourself like who are you, and then you won't even know anymore. And the person you're gonna probably turn to is the gang stalkers, and you want to know what they're gonna do. What they're gonna do is they're gonna tell you exactly what they've been trying to portray you off of this whole damn time. That's precisely what they're gonna do. I'm not taking no freaking advice from no gang stalker though. F that. I know who I am precisely. And if they think that like I'm gonna believe any of the crap coming out of their mouths, think again, buddy. That shit ain't happening. Nope. No way would I ever accept any type of lip coming from a poisonous individual like that. Under no circumstances. I wouldn't even accept their lies, their slander, nothing like that. None of it. Okay, as I say, baiting, lure a TI into environmental situations. That's what they've been doing to me this whole time. They'll have people, and they do this a lot. They'll have people just parked in random locations, man. They do that a lot. They do that a whole lot. Um, Character assassination, accusations, lies, rumors, bogus investigations, setups, framings, false covert stories, bogus evidence. The bogus evidence that they're using me is that they will park people and they will even set people up to where they will walk beside me and they would hope that I would turn around. But here's the problem with this. I already know full well I don't not give a crap about these people, dude. But the problem that I'm having is that I'm on R&M. That stuff they could, so they would using that they would try to say no, no, no. They would use that mess and try to literally mess with my body structure to get me to say just go like turn around. No, you turn around. You turn around. They literally will do crap like that, man. And it's like a jolted impulse when this happens. It's like a jolted impulse when that happens. But I already know full well like I don't give a crap about these people at all. Like I really don't. And it took them, dude. You know, it took them over a year and a half just to sensitize me in the first place. It took them that long, and I'm not even fully sensitized to the crap that they do. I just laugh the crap off and keep walking, you know. But yeah, you gotta be pay attention to this. Now, when they do this, the character assassination attempts, I actually you want to know one? You know something I'm gonna do. You want to know one thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my camera running, and I'm gonna wait for one of those idiots to literally shout that, to literally spread their lies again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm like, okay, since you're saying that about me, and I know for a fact you're saying that about me, show me some evidence. And you want to know what's gonna happen? They're gonna be caught in some. They're gonna be caught in their own shit. And they're gonna end up being caught in their own mess, and they're gonna have no choice but to retreat. And you want to know why? Because I mean, they don't. I don't think they have a problem with showing me the evidence if I'm not recording. But if I'm recording, then they have a major problem with that because that's going to give me evidence that they have been recording me from where I was going and where I was coming from. And depending on where the location is, that could actually escalate. But you see, they're not going to want to do that. They're going to. You see, this is why they tell them, no, don't talk to them. Don't talk to the target individual. Don't talk to him. But go ahead and act that out. And that's precisely why they don't want me talking to the people who they hire as perps. They don't want me doing that because I'm telling you, a lot of these perps who they hire are not fully aware of this of how far this organization goes. People who have been with it long as they have the full info about this. And these are mostly the people who are like getting who are not getting the gift cards. But some of the people who have been there long enough still getting gift cards and stuff before they get on as long as they are like what's on this company or this hidden covert organization or whatever. Excuse me, whatever. They have some idea as to how far this goes, but some of them, the new recruits, they don't know that people are dying from this. They don't know that people's lives are being killed by this organization, that their lives are being ruined, destroyed, and all that type of stuff. Children being ripped away from families, put in and literally forced to be put in a state of foster care. They don't know that people have committed suicide based off of this. They don't know that people have went off with mass shootings because of this, and they got actual not just perps but innocent people killed. But you see, they don't care about that. They don't. In fact, they actually encourage that due to their behavior, due to their stalking, due to their reckless endangerment of the environment as far as what they're producing as far as the destructive behavior is concerned. But they will have you believe that what they're doing is for the greater good. I'm sorry, but anything that's related to breaking damn near every law, as far as breaking a family apart, as far as even going against the Ten Commandments like that, I'm sorry, but like there's not a shred of a thing a gang stalker can say, period, that could ever convince me that what they're doing is the right thing at all. You can come up with as much lies, slander, falsified evidence that you want, but you will never convince me that what you're doing is for the greater good. That's just not going to happen. You can sit there and say whatever you want, but understand this: when you get yourself involved into this, everything coming out of your mouth is pure poison. It's pure poison. It's not for the great. It's not for the greater of humanity. It's not for anyone's benefit but yourself. It's nothing but a simple person, whether you are a perp that's a female or a guy. It's nothing but selfishness that's literally leaving
from the very depths of your soul, dude. And that's even if you have a soul anymore, because technically you're selling it to the devil. You're technically selling it to the devil, and you don't seem to have a problem with that. But you see, these types of people, especially the young ones, they're fools, man. Most of the young adolescents are fools who are perps, and they're too caught up into this social media type lifestyle. They're too caught up into this glorified fantasization to where they think life itself is like heaven or something like that. But no, man, life is just a test. Life is a test, and you can keep effing up all you want, but at the end, you're going to be begging the Most High for sanctuary. But you want to know something? You really want to know something? It's not going to come, man. It's not going to happen. It's not. I could list off several different things that are very painful that people are terrified of. Prison, homelessness, torture, all kinds of stuff. Being shot, being ran over, being assaulted, all kinds of stuff, man. All types of things that people are. This is for everybody that most is mostly afraid of. But you know something? For a person who has like really woken up, I'm not afraid of either of these because I know deep down, I will not sell my soul for the devil. I'm not doing that. This technology they use to manipulate people's bodies, I repent every time I commit a sin of any kind, but I also make sure I keep myself in check to where I don't overstep those boundaries. And they will try to desperately to force you to overstep those boundaries. I can tell you that right now. They will desperately try to do that. As far as control is concerned, you got to understand you are a hell of a lot stronger than you think. All of us are. But they would rather have you to believe that you're not. The only thing when it comes to a gang stalker doing their the so-called slanderism, you know something? You want to know what I actually will say out loud? You know something? You're only doing this because out of pure bitterness. You're doing this because, in all honesty, you yourself are literally saying this to yourself that I'm me. You're the one who are targeting and better than you in every way, shape, or form. That's the type of identity crisis that you, sir, have. You have that fixed in your mind, but not once have I ever told you, not once have I ever said to any of these gang stalkers that I'm better than you directly. You assumed that. And you want to know why you assumed that? It's because I'm not doing the dirt that you're doing. And you're willingly going with the dirt that you're doing. You want to know why you're getting pissed off at me? Because I'm not doing the dirt that you're doing? It's because of your own guilt. That's precisely what it is. It's because of your own guilt of what you done did. And the fact that I even speak out about it pisses you off because you can't hide from it. You can't hide from your guilt. You know exactly what you involved yourself with. You know what this organization does to people. But you still choose to represent it. Knowing full well you're condemning your future generation to an offspring. The entire future generation to literally a death sentence, man. They know this full well, but you know something? They don't give two damns as long as they can keep making money, as long as they can have. And I'm telling you, they are desperate, dude. I don't even think they these gang stalkers. It's not. I honestly, I just look at them like when I see them act out the stuff that they do. Like a lot of the stuff, I'm just like, you know something. Only word that comes to my mind is pathetic. That's just it. They may try to like slander me. They may try to say all kinds of stuff. They're gonna do that to me and to you. They're gonna say all kinds of crap. They really are. But you want to know something? The more and more a person wants to point out the flaws within yourself, is the fact that they want to deflect away from their own failures. They don't want to own up to their own crap. That actually says a lot because if I see a guy acting like that, that guy is not no man. That is not a grown human being. That is a child in an adult body. Just a sad, uh, meaningful brat on the inside of an adult body. That's it. The behavior that they dish out is proof enough. That's proof enough of that. That's not no grown man. No, absolutely not. A grown man don't act like that. I can lash out with the excitement and happiness all the time, but I mean, and of course I'm gonna roast somebody, but it's only in a justified manner. I always let them make the first move before I make the second move. That's how I always do my things. Cause you see, whenever I go anywhere, I don't say anything. I don't go out of my way bothering people like that, man. I don't do that mess. I don't even waste my time with that. I always keep to myself. As soon as I hear somebody talk some crap, hey, guess what? I can do the exact same crap to you back. You want to try to roast me with your lies? I can roast you back, even way worse, buddy. Way worse. And you expose you. And you want to know something that's funny about this? They expose themselves to that due to the stuff that they do. From the public indecency, you could roast the crap out of somebody for doing some stuff like that, man. You could roast the crap out of the behaviors of what they have is that of a 2-year-old, that of a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, man. It's not an adult like mindset. It's very childish like, and I am 100% grateful that I did not date any of the female perps in this state or anywhere else who are involved in this. I am damn grateful for that. Because I damn well knew, and pardon me for my language, but that's just how happy I am about that. I knew something was not right. I knew something wasn't right, and I knew something stunk about the behavior that was going on. I didn't know precisely what it was, but now I know. And I'm glad I know. I would rather be in the know and not be blind than to literally be have my hand led astray and have myself being condemned to hell with me being made a fool of. I would rather not let that happen. But you know something? I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful. I don't I rarely date when it comes to that. I love women, but at the same time, like I have my standards. I have my standards, and I have this mainly only from my protection because I love myself. I would recommend other people to feel the same way. These gang stalkers, they shame self love. Did you know that? They shame it. They really do. They really do. They don't want you to inner reflect and literally see the truth of what lies within you. They don't want you to see that. They want you to remain in a state of dependency, to always have to reach out to a person beside you, to always get confirmation of every little bit of thing that you're doing. They don't want you to be able to just go out and do something, say, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm confident in what I'm doing. If negative excuse me, if negative side effects come from that, I'm gonna work around that. I'm gonna work to fix it. If I fail in life, then you know something. You want to know what I'm gonna do? Whatever failures I have, I will learn from those. I will learn from my failures, and I will learn not to repeat my mistakes from the past. I will learn from that. But they don't want you to understand. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to realize that. They don't want you to live in a life like that. They don't. They don't want you to live in a life to where you're teaching other people to live like that. They want you to live in a life that's stressful, a life that's lustful, a life that's filled with dependency towards the government funding. They want you to live in a life, and honestly, when this situation, I'm not calling out like TIs who are using SSI or anything like that. In this situation, I fully understand that. You got to use that when it's concerned because like they force you out of you. They force you out of work. They force you out of a whole lot of stuff, man. They use so much crap against you. So don't get the idea that I'm actually talking about you if you're on SSI because I'm not. I'm fully aware that they force people in that state to have to use that. So don't even feel ashamed for using that because honestly, with them doing this, that's pretty much old to you. But at the same time, with people who are working, the taxpayer money is also going towards these gang stalkers, which makes me. I'm still working, but it still makes me sick to my stomach that that is going towards this criminalized organization. Ugh, ugh. I got a bad taste in my mouth just from even saying that, or even just, ugh. Just the very thought of the fact that workers' money is going to this crap pisses me off enough on its own. You know, all that's supposed to help the community. The only thing it's doing is fueling the pockets of criminals. That's all it's doing. That is all it's doing. Um, don't in this hour of darkness though. Don't remember. Within darkness, there will always be light. You just have to be willing to find it. No matter how hard the struggle gets, no matter how desperate the situation is, never give up. Never give up, and understand that you truly are stronger than than how much you know. You are so far stronger that you didn't even realize it. All of us didn't even realize how far strong we were, and it was all because we were being our strength, our energy, our actual frequency that projects this heavenly like energy that we have within ourselves was being suppressed this whole time through the media, through a lot of stuff that we're being exposed to, through the media, through the community, everywhere, through the entertainment industry, everywhere, man, everywhere. We've long since lost our pure connection with the Most High, and it's up to us to reestablish that connection. It's up to all of us to reestablish that connection. Understand this. They will use any methods necessary to stop you. They'll use any methods. They will lie. They will slander. They will set you up. They will literally do anything and any possible thing to disturb you. To literally um get you off a track of what you just checking the time there, of what you need to do as far as your life is concerned. I don't want to show the full thing because I'm not doing a copyright thing on this. I stated before, I claim no copyright to any of this stuff before, but again, this is just to help other target individuals out as far as awareness of what you're dealing with. This is going to help you a lot as far as to get you information that you do not know. I'm using this channel as a form of information sharing for all these people to get their content out there a lot more to more target individuals, so that more and more people can become even more aware of what they're being exposed to and how to handle it. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. It's like 9:41. The date is Wednesday, January 1st. And I want to also send out a very happy new year out to all of you. Hopefully this year will be a lot better than last year. Anyway, this is MM's TI Strategy Guide. Once more, I say again, I do not claim any copyright contained in this video. This is only for educational purposes, and I will leave the links in the description. I'm over and out.